outside of WMUR Studios in Manchester, New Hampshire, protesting the media's absolute lack of coverage of the regular things that media is supposed to cover. Generally, the media is meant to ask the tough questions for all politicians, Republicans, Democrats, Independents. The media's job is to ask the tough questions. It is to find out any corruption whatsoever. It's to identify that corruption and call it out, shine a light on it. That's the job of the media. The media is not doing that, except for Fox News. And Fox News is criticized for doing that, saying that, you know, they're setting the agenda for the government by calling out these things that are wrong. But that's what the job of the media is to do. All of the media should be doing that. They should be doing that all the time. And in this case, they're not doing it. And that needs to change. The media needs to start criticizing all government officials, regardless of their party, and looking for corruption wherever they can find it and shining a light on it. That is the job of the media, and they're not doing it other than Fox News, and that's why we're here.
Oh, absolutely.
Why are you here?
Why am I here? I'm a mom.
Your mom?
Yes, and I am protesting against a government whose policies are going to make it harder to put food in my kids' bellies, clothes on their back, and maintain a roof over their head. That's why I'm here.
And the media?
And the media is just complacent. They're not reporting the news. They're not reporting what's going on. They're not questioning any of these policies that are just going to make it harder for us to earn a living.
Thank you. Why are you here today?
I'm here today to enlighten as many people as I possibly can on the street.
Okay.
To let them know that Channel 9 sucks.
Well, what's wrong with Channel 9?
Because they don't cover the news.
What do they cover?
Nothing. Zero.
What do good journalists do?
They cover the news.
Well, what
They
is
tell
They
the
go out
truth.
and look and they find the news.
what is the news?
The news right now happens to be the government, the people. And the people
Right.
need to be heard.
Are they reporting this event?
They are not here today. I have not seen a camera other
Well,
than
here we
yours
are
on the
standing
market.
right outside of their studios. You think
Yeah.
it'd be pretty easy for
Well,
them
I
to
think
show
that
up,
they
huh?
should be. Maybe they don't work Saturdays. I'm not sure.
Oh, of course they
Nobody
do. They
has
have a TV
acknowledged
show on
this.
Saturdays, don't
Yeah,
they?
but a lot of effort. They wouldn't require too much effort. They might have to pay some overtime.
If there were a car accident in this intersection, they'd be out here filming it.
Yep.
Tell me why you're here today.
I'm here basically for the same reason these people are, because the news media is not covering the news.
Well, can you describe the news a little better? What is the news?
This is the news event right here, as far as I'm concerned.
What's your okay?
We have people out here protesting the fact that the news media is biased, extremely biased. That being, say, ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, MSNBC, in news stations like Fox that are less biased are chastised by the president.
Well, do you agree with Chris Matthews when he says that he's going to do everything as a commentator on MSNBC to help the president? Is that something that you should be doing even as a commentator?
Absolutely not, unless you're a reporter for Pravda.
Right. Well, what is it a reporter or commentator's job? I mean, obviously there's a distinction between the two.
Tell the truth.
Yeah, well, basically, yes. A reporter should be unbiased. They should be objective. No matter what political party happens to be in power, they should be objective and ask tough questions.
Both sides of the story.
We want people to be able to talk about what's going on. It seems like even my friends who will agree with what we're talking about, conservatism, don't ever want to talk about it. No one wants to talk about it at the bus stop. No one wants to talk about it, at get-togethers. And I just think you get tired of talking about what the kids are doing in preschool. And when the world is falling apart here, we need to really discuss it. And you need to know, who's on your side, so who you can count on.
This is called the Can You Hear Us Now protest, and it's directed at those guys who are behind us here, the media. Do you have any message for the mainstream media out there, and maybe Fox News as well, as part of that mainstream media?
Well, if we're going to spend money on cable, we're not watching the same old thing over and over that doesn't tell us anything.
Right.
And that doesn't speak to what we know is true. And we're happy to have at least one outlet in Fox News that is at least trying to give us what is really going on. It's like investigative journalism is an oxymoron these days. So we also have never really been newspaper people, but we're definitely looking at what newspapers are looking at both sides of an issue and speak to how we feel about issues and supporting those newspapers and not others.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Sir, how should the media behave in a free republic?
Well, you need to have a media which is reporting news and where they don't use infotainments and they don't use people who are more entertainers than they are news people to bend your ear as with all the talking heads and try to sway opinion their way instead of just reporting the facts and letting a free people make their own judgment.
News organizations don't respect the people that they are supposed to be informing, and we're just here to, make some of the other people who don't realize that they're not actually getting accuracy, make them a little more aware, and let the stations like WMUR and their parent companies be aware that we know that they're not representing the truth, and we're letting others know. The only way nowadays to get the word out as to what's really happening is to have it on websites, YouTube, and everything else, and that's something everybody should be doing. Just show people what's really going on.
What's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Robert Andosha, and I'm from Nashua.
Just the news to keep their opinions out of the news. And they're trying to push the fairness doctrine on talk radio, but yeah, however, they're doing just the opposite over here. I don't understand. So it's all biased media news, telling one side of the story, trying to push a socialistic agenda on the United States citizens.
Why am I here?
Yeah.
It's called freedom, to start off with. And the news media today is not giving us the news. They're not journalists anymore. They've gone to the Marxist regime, and that's what's happening in our country. And that's why these people are out here today, because they're mad. And they're actually ticked off in plain English. So we're out here now showing to the people, yes, can you see us now?
Yeah.
And there's the answer. But we need to have the whole country doing this, and it's going to be done. Someday we'll have this. Bring our country back to us and call freedom.
What kind of news would you like to see?
I want to see journalists do their job.
Well, what is
if there's something wrong with Washington, there's something wrong with the president, bring that information out.
I'm a senior citizen, and I do not like the health care they're proposing, and it shouldn't be government control.
What about that $250 they're going to give you?
That's a joke. You've got to be kidding.
Right.
So I just don't like what this administration is doing. It's actually the end of our country if this keeps going like it is, and I'm really getting very uptight about it, very upset. Things have got to change. That's all I can say.
We got to get back to the Constitution, and they're not doing anything according to the Constitution, so they're breaking the law. Period. And there goes our kids too. My kids, I'm not teaching her to be any particular party, but to fight for her country and what we stand right and left. It doesn't matter what you are. And I don't see. I've been overseas, and the press just reports what they believe in themselves, their opinions, and that's sad. It's not the facts; that's their opinion. And now the TV shows are doing it.
Oh, TV shows are terrible.
Oh yeah, they're starting it now too.
They've been doing it for a while.
It's getting real bad.